People tell me that I'm complicated, but what they don't know, the problems that I face daily. And if they knew the half, they would say that I'm amazing. And if we serve the same God, then you know who saved me. So I'm walking on my own too. I gotta push forward regardless if I want to. What else I'm gonna do? Accept it when it's on you. Remember, this is your life, don't nobody owe you. See, I was taught from the old school. That's why you see me by myself when I roll through. Cause when that pain hit, ain't nobody know. Well, a couple did come through, the rest shit, it holds true. And now nobody wanna hang, but the pain do. And I done made it through the rain and the change too. See, the truth is, I really can't blame you. Guess I got a couple new angels sang to 'em. We'll never know the feeling unless you go through it. Shit, I'm talking real life, that's why my flow fluent. See how your folks doing. Don't wait until they're gone. It'll leave your soul ruined. And then you left alone. Life's short, health's long. So make the right choice. Before you step on. You gotta live for the rest on. It's just like, it ain't no button for the stress on. And what you cats doing here, they get your best on. I hope you listen, cause that determines your next song. I know that make you sweat, home. You know I get the truth, ain't nothing less on. When your folk gone, don't wanna let go. But see, we live fast, seems like your death slow. I swear to God, it ain't no help, bro. That last breath is gonna come, then you let go.
Oh, I see you. One day, it's gonna be okay. Times like this, it only makes sense to say this. Now ask this, what story gets told, it never gets old. The season is yours whenever it pours, envision that goal. You could be anywhere, but you right here, still standing. Been through it, severe damage and you still got it. Did what's best for you and yours and you still solid. You been through the fire, been through the rain. You ain't get tired and let it stay. Even when they try to say you insane, they can talk about whatever, but I came a long way from a short fall. Don't play, you gotta push on. When they say you done, you gotta keep it going till you never, ever, ever what? Never let them knock you off your square, baby. Keep fighting till the end and I'ma be there, baby. Keep on pushing on, you still got more to go. I see you facing trials and tribulations on that road. On that road, I know, yeah, I know. I see you facing trials and tribulations on that road.
I know it get hard and it can be complicated, but right from the start you knew your heart could take it. But taking a loss, I know it's hard to face it. You gotta make it. The trip, it don't get any easier. Don't think about who don't believe in ya. See, life, it don't come with an easy but sometimes you feel like you leave with nothing. So how do you live when you need the money? It's gonna be one day, and it will be okay. You You gotta keep moving, pushing it forward. Is that what you do when you kicking indoors? Kicking indoors. I only see one way, baby.
Never let them knock you off your square, baby. Keep fighting till the end and I'ma be there, baby. Keep on pushing though, you still got more to go. I see you facing trials and tribulations on that road. On that road, I know. Yeah, I know. I see you facing trials and tribulations on that road.
Man, what's happening? Man, y'all fell in here hard, man. Goodness gracious. I'm here smiling and shit. Like, look at
Hey.
Yeah, what's up? Jizzle in the building. What's good, fam?
Not much, man. It's another one. One.
Welcome to Real Talk Radio, boss Jizzle. Man, I want to say salute to everybody in the goddamn chat that done slid in. Man, quick, for real. Like, man. See, we got Chloe in the building, Nosy Bug in the building, Miss Harris, C. Peasy in the building. What's good, man? Who else? We got Uncle Charles in the building, Spiritual Rising, D Love. Yeah, the fam is in the building. I appreciate y'all for coming through, man. We decided to do the Real Radio Talk here on this page. We'll be sharing it to the other page probably tomorrow, day later, who knows. What up, Cold Pepsi? What up, Cold Pepsi? Yeah, man. So we got some topics tonight, man, to touch on. And before we do get started, I want to say shout out to CP for sending me one of these stories we're going to be discussing. Matter of fact, we're going to make that the first one because I don't feel like a lot of people know about it. Yeah, man. Oh, man. Did I miss anybody? I don't want to miss nobody. I think I spoke to C. Peasy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's who that. I didn't know who that was when you said it.
Yeah, I call her CP. Yeah, ECP.
Okay.
Yeah. And I see y'all just coming from BAMS. Y'all, yeah, BAMS wild. But yeah, man, thank y'all for sliding through, man. But so we're gonna start off with the Galvin Dudley story. Now, when you saw this, when I sent you that link, Jizzle, man, like we gonna watch the video. But right. what was your thought?
Just to be clear, this is the first. Is this the one with the dude? I guess the employee. It's like I guess my first thing was how easy it is for a whole person livelihood. Because ain't that the one where something happened where he got fired from his job or something?
Yeah, a lot of things happened to Buddy, man, and he did everything the right way too. So yeah, but without further ado, man, I'm not even gonna tell you about the story. I'm gonna let you see it for yourself. We'll probably cut halfway through because it is a 13-minute story, and big shout out to God dang, what's his name? I forgot his name that quick. Indisputable. I can't think of his name right now, but if you have,
it's on the Young Turks channel, right?
Yeah.
I see that TYT.
Yeah, I guess his show is called Indisputable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but, I guess the Young Turks. Then I guess he's a part of that family. So if y'all haven't subscribed to his channel, make sure you subscribe, man. He really cover our stories, man, and he's solid with it. So without further ado, man, y'all check this out. We'll cut probably 5 minutes into it, or if Jizzle, you got something you want to touch on, just stop me. And we'll do it. All right, so let's do it. Let me mute up, and we can go.
Another update to an exclusive that we covered right here on Indisputable. Black male decides to hit record on his cell phone because he has been accused of stealing. According to him, he hit record after the woman utilized the N-word. She then utilizes the N-word again, and he says, "You know I'm recording you, right?" She then proceeds to tell him, "Well, that's against the law here." He goes home after she threatens to have him arrested, basically. He goes home. He gets a visit from police. The police take his cell phone. According to the black male, they erase all of his information and his Google information as well, Google Cloud or wherever the information was stored. Then he contacts the media. We report on it. What happens after the producers contact the police station? They send cops to his home. They're just knocking on his door. It's caught by the video. We got all the evidence right here. They leave. He then calls the police station. He says, "Why did you all come to my home?" They say, "Oh, we got a warrant out for your arrest." He turns himself in the next day. We got the video for that as well. They ended up charging him with multiple felonies. And then after he went to the police precinct, after he contacted the media, they then sent him a ticket in the mail claiming that his license is suspended, contrary to the proof he provided to Indisputable. Let me highlight this story. He's a custodian at West Junior High School. This is in Pennsylvania. Galvin Dudley. Mr. Dudley was arrested on December 8th for recording a conversation with another employee at the school he worked at. After he complained, a white colleague called him the N-word. Mr. Dudley was then fired. Dudley says when he told her he had just recorded the colleague saying the N-word, she threatened to have him arrested for wiretapping. Let me take you to the first video of when the cops are leaving his house after taking his cell phone, according to Mr. Dudley. Here it is.
Oh, we're gonna have to come in. Who's here with you?
Me and my children.
Just you and your child. How many kids do you have?
Three.
Okay, they sleeping?
Two of them sleeping, one is woke.
Well, we don't want to wake them up. Who is your wife or fiance? I don't know her relationship.
Your wife? Not here.
Okay, is she working? Or?
She's working.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna have to come in just to make sure nobody else is here other than your kids. But we'll sit down and talk. Morning.
According to Mr. Dudley, that was his cell phone. They took his cell phone. Now remember, what did the officer say? "We need to come inside to make sure nobody's here but your children." What? So you searched the home? You got to have a warrant for that, okay? They did not. Now, after we called the school and the police station, 4 officers arrived at his home, knocked on his door, and did not say anything. Let me take you to that video. The video shows they never said, "Police, open up," or "Police, we have a warrant for your arrest." None of that took place in the video. Mr. Dudley then called the police station and said, "Why were you all at my house today?" They said, "Oh, well, you have a warrant for your arrest. You have to come to the station." He comes to the station, he turns himself in. And then the saga thickens. I'm going
All right, so we're gonna just pause right there because
It's already.
it's crazy, bro. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you go ahead and take
Yeah,
off.
I think the first thing. So you pulling out your phone, and see, I don't really know the law, so maybe be able to enlighten me in the chat, but wiretapping, I don't know if that was his. He misspoke with the using the word wiretapping whenever he's recording something. I don't, when it comes down to recording something on public property, I know it's pretty open, but I know on private property recording things is a little different. But is the word was wiretapping the wrong term to use, or I don't know? Maybe someone can enlighten me on that. What you think? That was just the first thing that kind of stood out, that the chick said wiretapping.
Well, the first thing, well, I ain't gonna say the very first thing. I'm gonna just respond to what you said. I remember them saying that he said, "I'm recording you." I can't remember when wiretapping actually came in, but what bothered me the most is how far this went.
Right.
Right. You know what I'm saying? We know there's a lot of Karens in the world. We know that. But it makes you wonder. Me personally, makes you wonder, who the hell do she know? Like,
that's what Nosy Bug said.
For real, like, to do all of this for this lady? Who is she? Is she married to somebody in the goddamn, in that precinct? Or, is she fucking somebody? Like, for real?
She tied in. She got, Gestapo.
That's what bothers me about this. Like, they did all of this over something so goddamn petty as someone recording. Hell, you can record the police. It's your right. But I don't know, bro. See what they talking about in the chat.
Yeah, that's laws different in different states. That's the thing about it. I don't know, but I do know that. So he's at his place of employment, and I'm pretty sure every employer has a social media policy, thing when it comes to recording and things like that. So,
so Ms. Harris said, does anyone have the guts to stand up against anything wrong anymore? That's the first comment I seen. It struck something for some conversation. You don't feel like what he did was standing up for himself? I think we're gonna get into more of the video and you'll see what I mean when I say he did everything right.
Right.
I think what he did was the smart route to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He reported the goddamn shit to his job about what she said to him, calling him a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Of course, law enforcement got into it, and that comes later on in the story. But what else could he done?
He's right. He protecting his he basically trying to cover his tracks. Like, look what's going on, type of thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably what escalated them to do the things that they did in the start. But to get a case because you recording after you get called a nigga, so we're gonna talk about wiretapping and all this stuff about him recording it. That's the big issue, right? That's what I'm getting from it. That was their big issue.
That was her big issue.
Right.
Because at her job, she's calling this janitor a nigga. She didn't.
And it was, and initially, because it was stealing. I guess he's stealing from his workplace. I guess that's what they were alleging.
Right. That's the first thing.
Okay.
But we gonna see later on in this video that shit never showed up. He was never charged for stealing shit.
So they switched it to the other thing, which is the recording after I guess there was no proof from the stealing. Absolutely. So they just switched it.
Absolutely. That's what it turned into.
Right. And then the thing is, so the dude, it kind of confused me when the dude, he said, what's undisputable or on this program, he said after we called. So I'm assuming that this journalist here or the company he works for called the school, and from there the police responded to that caller. I don't know if it was a response or just so happened to be a coincidence that they came back, but they came back and just knocked and walked off. No police. No, well, so
Right.
it's already some things that's like, all right, we already there with it.
Yeah. Now, you just brought this up as well, and I see Chloe says laws are different from state to state. Now, I don't know all the laws. You know what I'm saying? I'm still learning as I go.
I think
But
Pennsylvania.
as far as recording, you can't record people in certain states. Now, if it's private, I can understand that because you can, just like you can't have cameras inside of hotels down the hallways. I understand
private property.
that. Okay.
I'm thinking that's the only difference. But Chloe said what state? I think didn't they say Pennsylvania?
I believe this is in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I think that's what they said. It was Pennsylvania.
Okay, all right. So maybe that's the case, and maybe that's why they focused on that. I haven't looked at the laws, and maybe I should have did my homework before we started this live. But I just definitely want to just make sure this story get put out there because it's, to me, regardless, it's still bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because they got cameras on every goddamn street corner in the damn world. So, you know, it is what it is. But let's take a look, see if we got some more comments. Rod, the creator, said he should have said, I do not consent to this search. It should be thrown out. And we gonna get to that in a minute, Raw. Yeah, so you on your shit. What's up, 412? What's going on? Appreciate you for sliding through. Miss Harris said the police be making a lot of people rich nowadays. Oh, yes. Fuck with me. I need some paper.
You see what Ross said?
This one. Right, he does not have to talk to them, period. We
can record it. The consent thing, I don't know. Yeah, that's the thing. We would have to see exactly what the law says there when it comes to the consent.
All right. I have to check that out in a second, unless you got it. Let's see here. Let's see what no one in the precinct should have said this is not right. Yeah, you say no. Someone in the precinct should have said yeah. And man, wait till we get to the. No, that's I don't want to confuse that. We got another story we're gonna touch on too, but that I almost got that confused. Let's not do this. What you talking about, Miss Harris? What you talking about? All right. So I'll try to get to as many comments as I can because I definitely want to include y'all into the conversation. I want to hear your thoughts, your opinions. I just want to stop the video at that point and talk about what we've heard so far. So let's get back to it.
Already. And Chloe did answer that question.
She did?
Yeah, about the two-party consent.
Okay. All right, we'll get to it. Just go ahead and play this real quick. We might stop it again.
Yeah, you good. I'm
going to give you some background to this as a reminder. A student lost their wallet. Okay, this is where it starts. A student lost a wallet. Dudley says school administrators asked him to come to their office for computer training. He gets to the office. Remember, he's the janitor. He says he was excited to learn a new skill. He gets there. They then accuse him of taking the wallet. On December 6th, Mr. Dudley filed a written complaint at the school about Detective Miller, okay? That's your complaint. The complaint reads in part, on November 23rd, 2022, two detectives came to my house with a search warrant to search my home and vehicles. They took my phone instead of investigating the woman who used racial slurs and harassed me with disrespect and humiliated me. They violated my First Amendment right, okay? All right, now, he's doing the right thing. He's making the complaint. He's telling them, listen, I stole nothing. He even told the lady, hey, I'm recording you. Now remember, how is she aware of the recording? Because he said, I'm recording you. He said that. And obviously, she said the N-word because if she had not, who gives a damn about the recording? And who all has a connection to this woman to where they're willing to do this to one individual, arrest him, go to his door, create an additional warrant, and now there's something else. Dudley received a ticket in the mail, let's put it up. He then later gets a ticket in the mail from the police department for driving on a suspended license. This was on December 7th, a day after he filed his complaint with the department. Dudley showed indisputable a valid New York driver's license. Dudley told Indisputable his wife is worried the police will continue to harass his family. Pocono Mountain Regional Police Detective Lucas Bray responded to Dudley's complaint this morning. He told Mr. Dudley his department's investigation, charges, search warrant, and traffic citation were all lawful. No, well, we're going to look into it, Mr. Dudley. We are going to launch an internal investigation that will clear your officers if they did nothing wrong, detective. Dudley emailed a complaint 6 days after the initial school meeting on October 13th. Dudley's email tells administrators he alleges he was called the N-word on October 17th. Are they investigating the administrator who allegedly called him the N-word? We have no evidence of that. At a follow-up hearing with the school's attorney on October 24th, Dudley requested to play his recording of the incident. The attorney for the district, Michael Levin, denied his request. He told Dudley in an email, "You will be permitted to provide your side of the story at the informal hearing." There's more. Levin also wrote to Dudley, "You're not permitted to play for us, and we will not listen to the recording that you allegedly made. It is alleged that the recording you took was made in violation of the law. If that is true, then any use is not permitted." It's
There we go. There we go.
Y'all heard that, right?
Because I mean, go ahead. Nah,
go ahead.
You got it, bro. I'm gonna get it off. No, don't worry.
So they be ready to call us an angry black man or angry black woman. This man did every goddamn thing properly. You feel what I'm saying? And they still.
Or did he?
Or did he? Okay, now let's go back to what we asked first. So the fact that he told her, "I am recording you," is not against the law.
Well, it when the word consent gets brought into it, I'm just going by what the law states.
Okay,
in the order of the law. And he did what he did what I would think with something that if I had the wherewithal, but when things start going on, I really don't have the wherewithal to pull my phone out and record shit like that. But I wish I did. But him having that wherewithal to do that, which we were saying is the good thing, it brought up a whole set of other things,
So
just because the law, my bad. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead. I ain't cut you off.
Nah, yeah, I basically said, it just brought up it gave him space in the order of the law, I guess.
So you think because he told her I'm recording you, but she didn't want him recording her, that's why he broke the law?
That's where I would say that if the law states that, and these laws, man, it's so convoluted at this point, probably, but because when was the last time that law was updated, type of thing, where cell phones and technology is prevalent as they are now when that law was written and all of that. So who knows all of that? But that's what the law said, I guess. The consent has to be there.
Okay, so we got Nosy Bug say she didn't consent, and then Chloe said the law does not say must consent. What up, GB? What's going on, man? No, we're not. Definitely. Anybody say no? We're not racist. Hell no. We ain't nobody racist. We just speak the real. You know what I'm saying? So no. We got an echo all of a sudden.
Oh, that might. Hold on, let me put my headphones back on.
412 say you don't need consent. You just need to let the other person know they're being recorded. So, being that he informed her. Now I have to go back and read it myself. I don't know the law in Pennsylvania. Ryder Creator says she's from PA, so she may know the law a little more than what we do. The law says as long as both parties are aware. It's the difference between being aware and getting consent.
Right. So, but all of what we heard, we never heard, I guess, that the woman said stop recording. I'm pretty sure she would have said that. I don't know, but from my recollection, I can't remember them reporting that she said don't record me.
Yeah, I think he said that's what she said, but we'll check it out. If he haven't said that, yeah, I could have sworn he did, but it might be later on. I might just be moving fast. Hold on, I'm sorry. Ross says, see, in establishments, they consider consent is you being aware, like those signs on store doors, right?
Okay, and I could accept that. Yeah, I was just covering all, trying to cover all angles, ducks in a row type of thing. Because that a lot of the time, the word of the law type of thing, it'll be something so small, but one word will make the difference if something is legal or illegal. So that's the only reason I was trying to focus on that, to get that out the way.
No, that's smart of you. That's very smart of you. And just what Ms. Harris said. So, are they saying he used his phone to commit a crime? That's what I ain't gonna say we're forgetting about, but let's go back to how all this started. They accused this man of stealing.
Right. That has nothing to do with the wallet being in the classroom and him being a custodian and I guess swiping that thing. So it's a whole different, a student's wallet at that. Which how much money you think you're gonna get from a student's wallet? Like, that's a whole nother story, but they got no money, man. It's a student, high school student. Man. You got really? Tony Montana in this classroom? Like, nah. I don't know.
Let's see. 412 said, if she said don't record me or stop recording, then yes, he broke the law. But once he said I'm recording you and she said nothing, he did not break the law. We're gonna listen, because I could have sworn she requested that he did not record her.
In the footage, I don't know. Just from my, from just watching it now, I when he said that, I thought I heard silence, but maybe, she said it low or something. I don't know.
Oh, and I might be adding that to the story, but I thought I heard that. But we're gonna watch the rest of it, and if they don't say nothing, we'll go back to the beginning, because I definitely want to make sure I don't put out any incorrect information.
Right.
D-Love say verbal consent. They took his phone. We finna watch the rest of it. Well, we might stop again. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So we're gonna watch a little bit more and see what goes on.
Is anybody concerned about the woman wrongfully terminating the brother and calling him the N-word? This person is around children. Does anybody give a damn about the actual, credible, ethical, and moral violation of this woman? Nope, not so far. Dudley says he was fired without explanation, and he then had to turn himself in to the police on December 8th. I have so much more. Dudley had a Samsung S11 phone. When he went to retrieve his documents and images from Google Drive, he says everything was wiped. Here's a photo of Galvin with his wife and 3 kids. Dudley's wife said the police could not initially share the charges with her because they were still waiting for the school district to add additional charges against Mr. Dudley. Need I remind everyone, one charge that's not on the docket, one charge he did not receive, theft. He stole no wallet. There's no charge of theft. Let's go to the wife. She said, and I quote, "My husband is not a thief because my husband is an honest person. I've known him for more than 13 years. He doesn't take things." After trying to fire him, they're trying to paint a picture of Galvin. We come from the inner city where we have to be a little rough to survive. When he speaks, it can come off as rough and intimidating. We can't change someone else's perception. I think they're trying to paint a picture of him as an angry black man. Can we be very clear? At this point, it will be a problem if he was not an angry black man. Look at what they're doing. This is justifiable anger at this point. Dr. Elizabeth Robinson, let's put the picture up. That is the superintendent of schools. And then you have the police chief, Chris Wagner. The police denied Dudley's allegations. A department press release states, investigators found no evidence of racist statements in Dudley's recordings. What? Okay. A forensic capture of a cellular device not only captures content on the device, but will also indicate any files that have been deleted. No files, videos, or other content has been deleted since the device was secured by police investigators. The device will also be made available to Mr. Dudley's defense team for their own forensic evaluation. Damn, all of this for a cell phone. Now, they revealed themselves, they don't know it. They revealed themselves. What did their comment say? Their own commentary said, hey, we listened to it. The woman who they said the N-word, she didn't say the N-word. That's what's important. Wait a minute, you all did all of this in order to make that kind of public proclamation. So this was not about the statute. This was about exonerating the allegation of one woman who allegedly said the N-word, because that's the emphasis of your own statement about your misconduct alleged by Mr. Dudley.
So that goes back to what I was saying. How all this started was over an accusation that this man stole a wallet. And it turned to recording at the school. So,
go ahead.
So that, they just pushed all that out the way. But you heard what they said. They erased all that man's shit out his phone, bro. Why would you do that?
Because I'm the only reason I could think is that they think they got her on, like, I think they started that whole technological forensics of the phone because they thought, because think if he had her on video saying nigga, that would have changed a lot. That would have changed a lot. So I think that's kind of what prompted them to do all of that, because they was thinking when we go on his phone, we're going to hear this woman on here saying nigga, and it's going to turn into a whole different situation. And I think they was trying to cover that up.
Right. But who is this lady? What?
Right.
Where does this power come from, bro? For real. Like, look, I don't care if she's white. That's
the power, or is that just the power right there? That alone.
Hell no, bro. Hell no. Because think about it. If this story gets bigger, and which that's what I'm sharing this with everyone so people can know. If this story get bigger and this shit blows up or go to trial or whatever, if that lady don't lose her motherfucking job, that's a problem. If she keep this job, then the chief of police need to lose his.
Damn.
You feel what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
Because it's a domino effect. This man did everything the right way. So he got a paper trail. He got a fucking paper trail, electronic trail, all that. Yeah. So if this get to where he get a lawyer or he get the NAACP or whoever involved in this and none of them lose their jobs, it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? And shit can blow up in their face.
My thing did, whenever they came the second time, I'm assuming that he wasn't at home.
Be honest with you, bro, I think he was. I think he just didn't answer that goddamn
right. I wouldn't answer that shit neither. You ain't say nothing. You ain't announce yourself. He knocked on the door. Do. He waited 10 seconds. Do. And then walked off. Like,
Shit, don't get that.
For real. Hey, people come up missing like that, bro. For real. It's a story of this guy. I can't think of his name right now. That happened in I want to say Naples, Florida. Terrence Williams, I think his name. Look up that case, bro. Look up that shit. That man ain't never been seen since. Never been seen since. Man, look, that's a whole other story. We'll get to it.
D-Love say her name is Carolyn Bryant.
Yeah, we got to find out what kind of power this lady goddamn have. For real.
She's somebody's daughter.
She got to. She's somebody's husband.
Mm-hmm.
One of the two, bro. One of the two. And that'd be stupid if it is somebody's wife. Because they're going to be able to track her right back to your dumb ass. You feel me? Let's see here. GB says, okay, sister. Racism, sometimes they don't even realize they doing it. Like when you do shit like this, bro, like what did they expect? They expected for him to be quiet, I'm assuming. They expect for him to say, oh shit, well, I ain't shit I can do. No, there's too many avenues, there's too many platforms in the world that people can go to. Go ahead, bro.
I mean, to an extent, he did say, oh, shit. Like what you just said, he did do that with his actions when he turned himself in.
Guess what? If he wouldn't have, they would have added on another charge.
Right.
Oh, he's fleeing. He's fleeing.
Right. No bail.
For real. Had this man locked up, then he ended up like Sandra Bland and shit. Nah, don't do that, bro. Uncle Charles said that went through a lot just to erase word and assassinate a black man's character. Absolutely. That's exactly what they're doing. And we got another story that it's no different. It's no different, but somebody made a mistake in that one. I ain't gonna lie. You remember that one?
Yeah. You want to go ahead and pull that one up?
Hold on, let me just hit the rest of this real quick, and then we'll jump right into it. This is almost over. I think we got 2 minutes left, so let's go ahead and watch these final 2 minutes and make sure we ain't
all right. No, you good.
But instead of addressing your alleged misconduct at the police department, you decided to address the content of the recording. That's what you did, revealing that this was about exoneration rather than justice. You wanted to exonerate the alleged racist in the story. Dudley has not yet spoken to the public defender. He says he appeared in court without an attorney on December 8th. The school district, they have not responded to us at all. All right, we'll stay on top of the story. I have some other developments happening as well, but you see exactly what's happening here. Now, he is a microcosm of the macrocosm of this dynamic all across the country. Don't think this is only happening to Mr. Dudley, and they will do more if they can get away with it. He now has multiple felony charges. This man has multiple felony charges, but he stole no wallet. He committed no egregious act. He harmed no one. He committed violence to nobody. But this is what happened. All right, consciously, what are your thoughts here, brother?
Man, he got felony charges and they took his job. For me, from an international relations standpoint, a lot of American legal system is championed because how everybody gets presumed innocent or proven guilty, because everybody gets the due process of law, and because the legal system in America is so great and so transparent. Our country has went and invaded other countries, but doing significantly less than what's happened to this gentleman right here. So for me, it's really thinking about the hypocrisy of democracy or the political paradox. And the last thing I'll say is that when you try to assert your humanity or your position in a particular way that piss folks off, they'll try to put you in your position.
Yeah.
Because how dare you try to, do something to me? How dare you try to record me? Who you gonna tell on me? Are you gonna tell on me? I'm gonna tell the folks you trying to tell on me and show you who really got power around here and show you what your position really is.
That's exactly what this is about, brother. You hit the nail on the head. This is about a black male who asserted his rights, who decided to stand up for himself. And there's a power structure that said, we're going to put this Negro in his place.
That brother right there wrapped that shit up perfectly, bro.
Well-spoken brother. That boy know how to talk. Oh shit.
Yeah, man. That's crazy, man. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all share the live and share the story, man, because what we just witnessed is what we have to deal with on a goddamn daily basis, man. And it's sad when you try to do things the right way. That's the main thing that bothered me is this man, he did things by the law.
Oh.
And they still shitted on this man. That's messed up, bro.
And you know what they gonna do? You know what they gonna do? When
What's
he
that?
said it at the end, he said didn't they say that he has multiple felonies prior?
Yep.
You know what's coming, right?
Yes, Lord.
That's all I'm gonna say. I think everybody get that. I don't even have to really go into that. You know what's coming.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. Did you want to go into something a little lighter and we'll do this one, the other one next?
Nah, we can you could do the title. We could do the title.
All right, let me check the chat. Make sure. What up? So journey of life. What's going on, my brother? Yeah, Uncle Charles. What Chloe say?
Oh man.
All right. So the next story we have is another lady, black woman, who again, I think she did things the right way. I think, but when it came to her being, I guess you call it interrogated or interviewed, she fucked up, man. She fucked up. And I think that's what all this shit went wrong for a minute. Just for a minute though. Give you just a brief overview. This lady was in the store. She was in line. Somebody left their credit card. I'm gonna stop right there, bring this up, and we're gonna watch this one.
Dookie badass in the building. So
goes
Johnny.
unpunished, and tonight one Detroit mother says no one knows that better than her.
She says sloppy work by Detroit police and a social media post like this one turned her life upside down.
Tonight, 7 investigator Ross Jones is revealing everything that went wrong.
We've given too much power to people to have this much control to just ruin your life and have no care.
What happened to Sandra Wilson cost her job, her dignity, and for a time her freedom. On June 16th, she was visiting this gas station across the street from her apartment, where she's a regular.
I go there all the time, before work, after work.
So often, in fact, she knows that from door to door, it's
167 steps, to and from.
She usually stops in to buy coffee, but on this night, it was cigarettes. That's Sandra in the blue dress, and those two other women inside, they're important to this story too. The one leaving in the blue jeans just made a purchase and walks out just as Sandra is walking in. She's second in line, behind the woman at the counter in pink pants. Sandra waits, but as the woman in pink finishes up her business, the woman in jeans comes back in. Now watch carefully, because what you're about to see, Sandra can't. The woman in jeans talks to the cashier, then puts down her credit card. She doesn't make a purchase and walks out without realizing she left the card on the counter. Sandra walks up to buy her cigarettes, and while she's waiting, the woman in the pink pants walks out of the store. Only then does Sandra notice the card sitting on the counter, but she doesn't pick it up. Instead, she follows the woman who just left and says she asked her a question.
Did you leave your card?
And she said,
yes. Got the card, walked over there to the far end of the pump, gave her card, and I went home.
Sandra didn't know it, but she gave the card to the wrong woman, who police allege used it to buy hundreds of dollars in alcohol later that night.
No one ever accused Sandra of using the credit card. In fact, she only held on to it for about 15 seconds. So imagine her surprise when the following week, she started to get calls from friends and family asking why she was wanted by police. Who called you first?
My sister, my oldest sister.
There she was, first on the 7th Precinct's Twitter account, then on the popular Crime in the D Instagram page. Both said she was wanted for illegally using someone else's credit card.
I was like, I just went to the store. I just really went to the store.
She knew she didn't steal a credit card, so Sandra, on her own, went to the city's 7th precinct to try to clear her name.
Thank you for not making me wait.
This is a recording of Sandra's interrogation.
I do have to advise you that you are the focus of the investigation at this time, okay? All right, nobody's trying to ruin your life.
It is already.
So I'm going to read you your rights, okay?
Now, this is important. Moments after Sandra is told she's a suspect, she tells the officer she wants a lawyer.
I need an attorney.
Okay, that's fine.
Because y'all about to hand me up on something I did not do.
And not just once.
Can I call my mom and have them get me a lawyer real quick? I need an attorney, because this is like, wow.
The officer has Sandra read her Miranda rights, initially then signing her name. The officer wrote at 10:54 a.m. The subject refused to make a statement and asked to speak to an attorney. But the interrogation didn't stop. It continued for another 30 minutes, and not just with one officer. Now there were two.
Miss Wilson, would you like to provide me with a voluntary statement today?
I don't know what y'all want me to tell y'all. I just walked in the gas station and y'all took a picture of me and ruined my life.
Do you want
you gotta relax.
I don't know what y'all want me to say.
Then, 15 minutes after Sandra first asked for a lawyer, officers think they finally caught her.
Who do you give that card to, Miss Wilson?
I gave the card to the man behind the counter.
We know that.
That's, unfortunately, I hate to say this, what prolonged this situation further than what it should have went. Y'all remember who she gave the card to.
Right.
But it's almost just like menace to society. When you've been, and I hate to call this an interrogation because I don't feel like it really was, but this lady is worried about her freedom because she ain't do shit wrong. So she say something that did not happen. But that still don't stop law enforcement from doing their fucking job. Right?
Which is what? Watching what happened on the camera.
Exactly.
And so if you got her on camera handing it to the wrong person on accident, then it's like, how do you even think that she ran up some money on a card when they just seen her give the card away? So is they looking for the license plates on the person that they gave? Right.
Hey, you know what? I was asking myself that as I was watching this for the first time, and before they got to the point or where they said what came to my mind, I said, that's why they blamed her. Can anybody tell me, just put the answer in the chat, what you think they was thinking when she gave that card to that other lady in that car? What you think they was thinking? Because it crossed my mind right before they said it.
Right.
And it makes a lot of sense, man. It makes a lot of sense. You're right, Chloe. When you are pressed, you can make mistakes.
And that was a mistake. We can all agree that was a mistake. And what did Song Journey say up there earlier? Something to the effect of when being a good Samaritan goes wrong.
Right. Absolutely. He said it's possible she forgot the details of the moment herself, or at the very least, and fear spoke out of fear. Okay. Yeah, most definitely.
Like a defense mechanism to just say, I gave it to them. But
there go your answer right there. There go the answer to the question I just asked. They thought she knew them people. But guess what? All they still had to do was their homework. Did they arrive together? No.
Right.
That lady walked there.
Well, it was a plan. It was a scheme. This was a whole plot. Like they turn it into some shit where a lady just lose her shit to it being a whole what's that movie 13 to to some whole scheming, plotting, plan shit. Ocean's 13 in that motherfucker at the gas station type shit. They gonna turn it into some shit.
Yep, everybody answered the same way. They are partners. Team effort. Yep, y'all right. That's exactly what they thought. We're gonna watch the rest of this and we'll get back to it. It ain't nothing but about 3 minutes left, so we'll go ahead and watch the rest of it.
That's a lie.
Who did I give it to? I said, here's the card. Is this your card? I don't know. I don't know them.
Wait, hold on. She did say
that she
that's
gives the card
crazy.
to the-
That's crazy that she did. You know, seconds after saying she gave it to them, she actually said her exact words to the other people. So it goes to show you that, yeah, she spoke out of something. But regardless of what she said, it don't lie. It don't make sense.
Right.
Still.
Right. You're right.
That's all I want. That's all I want.
Clerk, just guessing at what she would do in that situation, they take that as evidence that somehow she's in cahoots with the woman who used the card illegally.
Brandon McNeil is Sandra's attorney, who says officers could have cleared this all up if they'd just shown her the surveillance video instead of just still photos of herself.
This is Sandra's local gas station. This could have been from any day that she went to the gas station.
I can tell you're lying. We know for a fact you're lying.
No,
We
you
know.
don't know for a fact
I have the
nothing
entire
because I'm not
video.
lying. Well, let me see the video because I'm not lying.
By the time the officers were done, Sandra would be arrested and spent the next 3 days in lockdown.
What'd you say, bro?
I said, just stop talking. That first one on the Miranda rights. You have that right.
This shit should have been over when she asked for a lawyer. They should have stopped asking her questions at that point. That's where they fucked up. But wait till we watch it. Yeah. Oh, wait. Watch this goddamn end. I love this judge.
She'd gone her entire life with no criminal history, but now faced 2 felonies and up to 4 years in prison. She says the charges cost her her job as a security guard.
I worked Monday and Tuesday. They called me on my off day, which Wednesday, and fired me in a car.
For 4 months, Sandra fought to clear her name. In October, the case went to a jury trial where, finally, her nightmare came to an end.
This is unbelievable to me. No trier of fact, even in the light most favorable to the prosecution, could ever think that Miss Wilson is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
Before the case could go to the jury, Judge Paul Cusick threw it out.
Absurd and ridiculous and wrong. And this was not a thorough investigation.
Sandra would be acquitted, but today, nearly 2 months later, she hardly feels like she won anything. She never got her job back. Her family and friends still wonder if she did something wrong, and still on social media today are those pictures labeling her a criminal.
And they embarrassed me, humiliated me. I have 49 applications and I can't get a job, okay? That's not.
It's some money.
She got money, man. She got money. If she do it the right way, she should get a check, bro.
Oh yeah, that's definitely that's definitely true. Many people think that.
I'm gonna drop this link. Anybody want to speak their mind on this case, or the first two videos, period. But we got a couple of more things we're gonna touch on, but just want to give anybody an opportunity to speak on it. Well, go ahead, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you good. I was just reading Soul Journey said many people think that they're trying to talk and reason with the cops. And I do think that's the reason why people even do talk after hearing that they have the right to not talk. It's like they know what's right. They know what they did. So they feel it's like we feel like talking ain't gonna do no harm. But as we seen, one little slip up, one little mind F-bomb, it can turn things all over the place. Type of thing.
Now, this shouldn't be on her record, but of course, like they said, these pictures are still on the internet. Now, if these pictures are on the website of the news or law enforcement website or social media pages, they fucked up for that, because they should take this shit down, because she was.
It should be deleted.
Yeah, but of course, people goddamn, you got to be quicker than that. People take screenshots. You know how that shit go, bro.
Yeah, and even it's it's out there, but the fact that you put the picture but not the video, it's a few different things, but I don't know. But shoot, that post might have been the most liked post that they had in the longest of their history of their Twitter account. So who knows? Who knows, man?
And Ms. Harris, to answer your question, if I would have let it continue to play, I did cut it off at that point. But no, they did not catch the real thief yet. And that's what blows my mind, because you see this lady on goddamn the footage, and you mean to tell me you still haven't caught her? And that's what happens when people have tunnel vision. You know what I'm saying? They focus on the wrong thing. You always got to keep an open mind, man. You have to. What up, B1? B Weezy in the building. Chris Lewis, that is. That's my homie. We B1 to me. But if you want to go ahead and if you got the video for the next one, you can.
Okay, I wanted to.
Go ahead.
Miss Harris said, back up in the chat. She said, and this is getting off topic. This doesn't have anything to do with that story. But she said, can you go live when you're recording? And I thought that was interesting.
Well, I mean, if you're recording, just like recording with your phone, then no, you're not live. But if you go to a social media platform, then yes, you can be live, and it can be saved to your phone. It's like if you go live off of Facebook, once you're finished with that live, it gives you an option to save that video to your phone.
Right, but I think to actually be live and to be recording music, it's these StreamYards and things, they take a lot of bandwidth and computer processing, and computer processing is it takes up a lot when you're recording on your computer. So I wouldn't know how that would work out. I don't know. I think it would be a little choppy. And also when it comes to the process, we got secrets. It's some things the public don't need to know.
That's good fact.
Nah, but I don't know. I couldn't see. I think I could do a video and then edit the video and put it out, but just to record live, I don't think I would. I don't think I would do that, because I be doing too much when I'm recording, man. I be over here pacing and back and forth, because I can't write when I'm sitting down. That's one thing. Like, I'm the type of nigga, when the phone, I could be sitting on the couch for 2 hours. Soon as the phone ring, I stand up and start pacing. Like, I'm weird like that. I just pace whenever I'm thinking a lot. So I don't know. That's my. I just wanted to answer that though, because I thought I never had nobody answer that. I just wanted to. She asked that a while ago. I put a pin in.
Hold on, let me go back up. She said read the rest, because I seen it, but so many comments done went past it. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, I think she was back on topic with the other ones.
Okay. Now Chloe said, I don't know about other states, but in Texas, it still be on your record. You have to look deeper in the record to see that you were acquitted. Most don't go that far. Hold the fuck on. I'm not saying you wrong, Chloe, but that don't fucking make sense. It should be erased completely. If you were charged with something or accused of something that you had to go to trial for, go to court for,
right?
If you get acquitted and they find out whether they couldn't find enough evidence or they found a real person, that shit should be gone completely. Nobody should ever see that. That should be sealed, like it's on certain documents. You feel what I'm saying?
I don't know if it's because if there were felony charges, if someone's acquitted of felony charges, can't you still just see what they were?
Why?
Yeah, but it didn't even get that far. So I don't know. I do not know.
Like, that shit should not be seen. And the fucked up part that's even worse, bro, is that her job fired her. She got acquitted, You would have thought that them people would have gave her fucking job back, bro.
Yeah. Oh, so that's my bad, Miss Harris. I took her comment as something completely different, had nothing to do with what I just talked about. So that's my bad.
Okay, my fault. I said go live while you're recording, so someone else will have the evidence, so it can be erased. Oh, so it can't be erased.
Right.
I was going to come up, but StreamYard is making it hard. It's all good. That's how I be sometimes.
Yeah.
But Jizzle got another story that he had. I'll let him and talk to y'all about it, and we'll check that out.
Yeah, so basically, this last little piece, we're gonna play the clip. Is it up there for you? Because I put it up, but it looked okay. So yeah, let me go. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna watch this real quick. You know, black news over here. You know, so I ain't even gonna give no. I'm not even gonna preface it. I'm just gonna play it. It's only 1:30, but I did think it was interesting. So yeah.
Killer Mike's Black and Latinx banking platform got a $45 million boost. I'm Asia Sky for Hip Hop DX, and check this out. Killer Mike's digital banking platform, Greenwood, has secured over $45 million in its latest round of funding. Greenwood, a bank geared towards Black and Latinx people that was launched in 2020 by Killer Mike alongside former Atlanta Mayor Andrew J. Young and Ryan Glover, secured the massive investment mostly from Pendulum, an investment advisory firm. Additional investors include Circano Management, Cohen Circle, the George Kaiser Family Foundation, and Next Era Energy. The organizations join the likes of Bank of America, Citi Ventures, PNC, Popular Truist Ventures, TTV Capital, and Wells Fargo, who backed Greenwood as investors at launch. Per a press release, the digital banking platform already has over 100,000 customers whose funding will accelerate Greenwood's vision of closing the racial wealth gap and providing the tools and education needed to empower the Black and Latino communities to build generational wealth. Greenwood has started out with savings and spendings accounts, with Mike and his team providing Apple, Samsung, and Android Pay features, mobile check deposits, peer-to-peer transfers, virtual debit cards, and free ATM usage in over 30,000 locations. Additionally, Greenwood intends to award $10,000 grants to Black or Latinx customers who own small businesses.
That's the part right there that struck me. I'm gonna let it play. I'm gonna pull it back and let it play from there.
To award $10,000 grants to Black or Latinx customers who own small businesses. These grants will be allotted on a monthly basis. So what do you think about Killer Mike's Bank getting $45 million more in funding? And how much do you think this will help Black and Latinx communities achieve the goal of generating more generational wealth? Go ahead and let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, and keep it locked to Hip Hop.
All right. Yeah, so go ahead. Nah, because I really ain't I ain't got too much, so go ahead.
First, I would say, what Killer Mike is doing, I have to salute him for that. But there are going to be somebody, a lot of people, especially anybody FBA, that's not going to agree with the people that he's helping, right?
Right, because it says Black and Latinx is the words that they use. And Latinx basically, and it's some weird, they taking the O off of Latin to make it not Latino but Latinx, because if anybody knows, about the Spanish language, O basically means it's a boy. A at the end means it's a girl. So it's a gender thing, and they're just putting X to X out the gender. So just Latino, period.
Right. I don't have a problem with it at all. And the people he's helping. That's just me. Because we all know we're not living under a democracy. We're living up under white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? So regardless on how some Hispanics or Latinos feel towards Black people, there are some that fuck with us. You feel me? And that's just real. So it's just like white people. There's a lot of them that hate us, but there are some that fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? Right. And if you don't know a certain white person or a certain Latino or any other fucking race that don't like black people, it's hard for you to trust somebody that you don't know. Now, you may have friends that you grew up with that you know been 100% solid with you. So you ain't got a second unless they come out the fucking closet or some shit like, man, I ain't never liked your bitch ass anyway. You know, some shit like that.
Right.
But I'm going to always ride for anybody. Anybody that ride with me. That's just me. So I'll take my hat off to Killer Mike and what he doing, bro.
Yeah, and I'm feeling the same. I mean, when it comes to the economics of it, with the grants and such, with the small businesses and such, I don't see how anybody could, be opposed to this or have something, I guess, negative to say. I thought it was a good. When I seen it, it was a good piece of news to me. Just in general. But like you said, the thing is, whenever like how when it comes to Obama, people say, oh, did this for this community, and it's a black person and he's not for us, or he's not doing just things for us type of thing. He did this for these people or that. And I might could see where that could come in, but the thing is, at the end of the day, what else is being done?
Preach.
Like what else is being done?
It's what happens is when somebody does something from the black community, you know what I'm saying, and they're doing something good. I always say we tend to tear them down for something, whether it's minute in your mind or minute in somebody else's mind or major. They don't like it. They got to find something. Ain't nobody in this world flawless. Ain't nobody perfect. There has not been one perfect president ever for whites or blacks. Because you're going to always find some that don't like the motherfucker, period.
Right.
So it's just what we tend to do is focus on what they didn't do. What the fuck did you do? like Obama said, you want to change things and become president, get you a clipboard and run for office yourself. God damn it.
Right. Right. So yeah, that's the age old thing. That's exactly what what else is being done. We can name some things. We can name some other things, but it's good news. I when it comes to news, I don't know. I guess news in general, I kind of digest it, and I think everybody digests it on a need to know like what I care about type of thing. And when I see stories like this, I'm gonna gravitate towards it because it's not. We don't see it. We're not seeing it on Fox News, or not. Let me not say that, but we're not seeing it on. We're not seeing this story on national news, I don't think. And it's not a large, 40 million isn't a lot, but it's something. So,
yeah. Let me go back up to the love comment because I don't want to miss it. She said, "Why is it someone else has to be tagged on to obtaining the funding? No other group has to do that." Now, I don't know if that's how he actually wrote this. Let me say that. Wrote this proposal and how he actually got the funding behind it. I can't say that he wrote it just for black people and they say, no, you got to add on brown people. I don't know how he wrote this.
Right.
But
so you saying
he could have actually wrote it like that originally. Now, if he did, I couldn't say he tagged. Nobody was tagged along. That was what he felt he wanted to do. But go ahead, bro.
I guess I was trying to understand more. It said, why is it someone else has to be tagged on to obtain the funding.
I'm assuming like she meant like why did the Brown had to be a part of this funding? I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, it's like I can see that. I think the only thing it would be like more support, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the reasons why. But I always go back to what else is being like, what else, like this is what it is type of thing. Like maybe there was large investors who had interest in other, things that where you got to do what you got to do to get what you trying to get for your people type of thing. And just me saying those words can bring up feelings of we've seen this before. And I understand that. I would understand if someone felt like that. So
B1 said, I think we need to help self first. And I hear that a lot as well. B1, black first. I understand that because when it comes to the reparation movement, nobody else should get it but us. Point blank, period. I don't give a shit who you are. Nobody should get it but us. In that sense, you absolutely 100% correct. But this is what Killer Mike, wrote out to get this funding. And $45 million for this, I mean, it's not a lot of money when you think about the world, but that's a lot of money for what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? So you have to ask Killer Mike that one.
I mean, for to look at it from a bird's eye view, do the eyes justify the means? Like, is it what's how the saying? I think I said that wrong, but put the pros and cons on a piece of paper type of thing. Like, even when I'm like, for instance, when I'm dealing with a female, I'll mentally put the pros and the cons on a piece of paper, not physically, but in my mind. That's the process I'm gonna go through to see if it's something that is worthwhile.
Right.
And just putting the pros and the cons, lining them up. I don't see, I don't see where I can be, too against it, or I don't see where I could oppose it too much. I see where I can, of course, have my put my 2 cents in to a certain extent, but just the pros and the cons. I don't know. I think the pros outweigh the cons.
Yeah, I mean, if we talking about unity, period, and then we talk about helping ourselves, yeah, we should. But we got to start with ourselves. You know what I'm saying? When things like this are presented and put out in the public to help black people along with brown people, people tend to forget about what black people do to black people. And I know what always comes up is it's the position they put us in. They teach us to do this. They taught you how to do that. They ain't teach me shit. I don't hurt no goddamn body. You know what I'm saying? I was in the projects. You know what I'm saying? I was raised and born in the project. I was in that small space with a bunch of goddamn people. I ain't come out like that. So I don't want to hear the fucking excuses about it's about where you came from. No, it's about what your fucking mind say, bro.
Boss going in. You like you knew it. Boss going in. Uh-oh.
Real shit, bro. Real shit.
You lucky Neutral ain't here.
I wish New Ass was here. New Ass was here.
Cause he'll say, you know what, and I was like that, but you know what you got to think about. Nah,
I'm gonna tell you exactly what he was saying.
Shout out
you
Neutral.
Always talk about just you. The world is bigger than just you. Well, I mean,
it is, but it starts with you.
Damn right. You can change. One person can change the world. One person at a goddamn time. It's just like LeBron came up in a single parent home, came up in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Now he's giving back to communities, and people still try to tear that man down. And who is it? Us.
Well, and didn't don't he got a school or something like? I don't know. Yeah, it's just the pros and the cons. Chris Lewis, I see what you're saying. You can't feed anyone. I understand that. It's the pro. I go back to the pros and the cons each time.
Yeah, he got a point. He got a damn point. He got a point. Yeah, I get where you coming from. I like the way the fuck you put that, homie. Shit. You know, so you can't feed anyone else if you ain't got enough food in your house. I like the way you put that. I got you on that, bro. I got you. I agree. I can't fucking argue with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, like I said, you got to go holler at Killer Mike, man. That was his proposal, man. That's what he wanted to do. I ain't write that shit.
Right, and this ain't the first time we seen Killer Mike involved with things like this. I don't know if it's still on Netflix, but there was actually a special that Killer Mike did. I think it was called something like 30 Days Black, where he took a challenge to actually only patronize black business and buy black for 30 days. And it kind of took you along the journey that he went through to do it. And it was very interesting. I actually don't know the exact name or title of this little documentary that was on Netflix, but just the fact that you would even do that soul journey in the building, just the fact that you would even do that and document it. Where when it comes to seeing things, we don't see that really, and that's one thing we talk about. Buy black, support black businesses, do this, black this, black that. But when it comes to the actions behind it, we're not seeing that. So, and one thing about Killer Mike, you got to take that killer off your name.
Hey, y'all might never knew this, but I used to go by Killer. They used to. Hey, people still call me that down here, bro. I said, don't call me that shit, man. We got Soul Journey of Life in the building, man. What's good, man?
Yes. Peace and you can hear me? Okay. Peace and blessings. How's the
good.
family doing?
What's good? What's good?
Yes, indeed. I was just trying to chime in just a little bit. Here in the course of the conversation, I think that that when there's endeavors that of success that come from amongst us as a people, the community, those that hesitate, I should say, because not all of the community. There's people who will jump to supporting ourselves with a heartbeat, right? But there are those of us who've got this syndrome, this disease of white approval. You understand? Where we don't accept anything unless it's got a Sean Connery voice back in it, or somebody from amongst those people that has sanctioned it or approved of it. So when it's thoroughly black owned, you know what I mean? People, they kind of hesitate. They kind of move slowly to accepting the achievements, or they get this mentality where they're suspicious of it. Like there must be something there,
Right.
This Killer Mike, like you said, the name, maybe he needs to look at that name a little bit. Not because it's bad for him as an individual, but people, they have this mentality, you understand, where they hear certain words and it gives a vibe, even if they're not trying to look for it that way, it feeds their mind a certain way.
Almost subconsciously, I think.
Subconsciously, right. So I've known this, as you see, I'm on my own social media platform, right? I've seen this with black-owned restaurants, anything outside of barbershops, anything outside of salons, anything that takes us to another level of business endeavor. You understand? Like owning a bank. You understand? These things.
I'm trying to figure out what Chris Lewis. I hate to cut you off, but who is Chris Lewis? What are you talking to? Who are you talking to? But go ahead.
You got it?
Go ahead.
So I'm just saying that we've been so used to, as a people, I'm talking about. Imagine growing up and the first thing you listen to is, especially us nerds, PBS. You're watching Wild America and National Geographic, and everything that you hear is always narrated with that European voice. You understand? Every time you see a news broadcast, it's always white anchors that are saying what's gone down, what's happened in, whether it be their neighborhood or anyone's neighborhood, here or abroad, here in China, the war going on in China, just then, you know, like that, right? And you're hearing this all through your life. So then when you see Black successes happening, and you're not seeing, I don't know, Tom Brokaw or somebody, you know, talking about it, you know, it's like like, wait a minute, I don't know, you know, a boss man's fish fry, I don't know. I don't know, you know,
Right.
or YG's health capsules, I don't know, you know, but let it be Michael Douglas's cure for, you know, or capsules, take 2 of these promotion. They give you know, the midnight hour, 3-hour long promotions that they like to do. The what do you call them, where they've got like 3 or 4 hour long promotions that they like to do, infomercials or whatever. We jump on that. We believe it. You see how many people ran with a lot of the stuff that's going on now with the remedies to current viral infections. I'm saying this in language here.
Right, right. You speaking in code, but we understand what you're saying.
I got you, bro.
So you see how people just flock to that. But let, you know, SEBI come out and say, well, you know, all it is your phlegm. All it is the mucus. And oh, come on, brother. It can't be that simple. Look, it's SEBI. Who is he? You know, we're hesitant when it comes to the authenticity, the intellectual authenticity of our own people. And we've got, it's like this. It's like, I remember when you see people on the basketball court in the NBA. And then back in the hood, we see brothers and sisters, dunking, backflip, all kinds of stuff that you ain't never seen on the court. Skills that you ain't never heard of, but people want to talk about these. I ain't hating on LeBron or nothing like that, but I'm saying that there's talent that folks have never heard of because they don't have the right sponsors, lyricists you've never heard of because they don't have the right backing, Sony, Hollywood, actors, you name it, they're there. But we don't hear of these people because they don't have that other man approval. You understand? Backing them. So we don't know nothing about them, or we're hesitant to deal with them. Or what we'll do is we'll see them on the side of the street flowing like, oh man, and we'll keep on going.
Yeah, you're right, bro.
He's not in Best Buy. He's not on Best Buy shelves, or we can't find him on iTunes.
So when it comes down to when it, you know, because as it's presented, I guess what was your first thoughts when you heard Black and Latino X? Small businesses, you know, things available and things of that sort.
For me, it's about, I mean, look, you know, one of the things that I've learned in my business endeavors is, you know, you need collaboration, for one. You need to be able to network. You know, like one person put it, you know, if you don't have a solid network going on, it's going to be hard, especially if you're rolling solo. So you have to look, many of us, when we walk into a restaurant or someplace, we may not understand just how, like Angie's, we have Angie's up here in Cleveland, Black owned, right? What it took for them to get to where they are, the types of networks they have to have for the food, the imports, the exports, whatever they got stuffed up in the refrigerator, pricing, promotion, advertising, you name it. All that's there. Internet, whatever they got, if they got a website, who's pushing the website, the cost for that, all this money, and we show up in there just to get a meal, you know what I mean? And we're complaining, oh, why is the prices so, what's with the prices? Look, you know, we don't have it like, what's this guy's name? Like Bill Gates or somebody. We don't got that kind of money yet. You understand? And the ones that do, you see what they're doing with that. The ones that are close, you see what's happening to them. So what I'm saying here is that many people don't have a business economic sense. You understand? To really appreciate what it takes to build something from ground up with collaborative efforts. They think you just show up and say, hey, I've got a business, and that's all it takes. It's not that simple, family. So, yeah, I agree with what Boss Man said. I salute Killer Mike. especially
Already.
if it's succeeding and reaping in any type of success. That's hard work, man. That's
Right.
hard work. I'm just letting you know. That's hard work. You understand? I'm just speaking from this little ground level experiences. Look, when I was in Djibouti, I don't know if you heard of Djibouti. It's a little country, East Africa, in the cups of Ethiopia and Somalia.
Yeah, I definitely heard. That's my favorite African country name.
Mine's too. I've got family there. But my
Okay.
point is that when I was there, I opened up a restaurant. That was my thinking. I did two things. I became a teacher, an English teacher as a second language for whatever reason. I think my reasoning was that was my best bank, was English as a second language, right? Because I'm thinking economic. I'm thinking survival. Like if I'm going to be here, I got to survive, right? I can't just, why did you do? Come on, I got to live. But I opened up the restaurant, and I was looking at a developing area where things were still under construction. There was a lot of it was an upper class area. You understand, where some well-to-do brothers and sisters were living, right? But it was still under development. And what I was thinking of, well, I see that there's a school right around the corner, and the way they travel every day, they would be passing right by where my restaurant would be located. So I'm thinking, let me get this. Wow, and if I sit here, I'll catch the flow of the developing community, right? But it was too much too soon to be able to do that for the time it would take for that community to develop in the speed that I needed. My point is, I do have a point. My point is that when I established that restaurant, there were other people who had consulted for advice. You understand, that were there. One of the hindrances I had was my language barrier. I don't speak French, except for little things like "Je sais ma chérie," something like that. Which means "I love you, my dear." Okay, yeah. So, what I'm saying, family, is that there's a lot involved in ground up businesses, and when you see people reach the level of like what we saw out of Killer Mike and even United, one United Bank or whatnot, you've got to give a shout out to these, because I mean, I can't imagine how many. I mean, I'll say it like this: there were some faces he had to shove away, and some hands he had to shake. Because one thing about being us is when we start succeeding, people like to show up out of the woodworks, you understand, with their hands like this. Yeah, let me see, like that, right? With their hands like this instead of like this.
And none of them probably never bought his fucking record either.
Right.
Yeah.
But they show up. So what I'm saying here is that, like even when I voyaged to Africa and things like that and did some of these things, I didn't let anybody know until I was like borderline ready to go. Because I knew that if I let people know what my game plan was, there'd be haters, people trying to hinder me, people trying to get in the way. You understand? Like, oh, if you got it like that, why don't you come on? Let's get out my way. I'm trying to do something here.
Right. Well, you spoke the truth, and I'm glad that you one of them that support the homie Killer Mike, because I do. Yeah. We got B Weezy up here. I appreciate you, man, because we won't stay on here long. So I appreciate you for coming here, dropping your goddamn opinion and your knowledge, brother. Appreciate you, brother. We're gonna allow B1 to speak his piece. All right,
okay, so Chris Lewis is B1. Okay.
Yeah, that's B1, man.
Okay, what's good?
Yeah, what's going on, man? No, what I was saying is, man, you're being taught that without the teacher being in class. No one taught you. Everybody on this panel right now, I can tell that would support black businesses, right?
Right.
So no one taught black people how to not support each other. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I haven't been taught that. You haven't been taught that. Jay haven't been taught that. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason that I just don't get it. It's like somebody else's coffee tastes better than the other. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I truly don't understand that. And me and Jay grew up together. I can tell you this right here, man. We used to go, remember In and Out?
Yep.
In and Out, black owned business. You know what I'm saying? Corner store. Everybody else, you know what I'm saying? The only time they people, which is us, would get billed from them is when the other stores are closed. You know what I'm saying? To the point where they had to actually bootleg after 11:30 or 12 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Just to get our own people to go in there and spend money. And then I can't stand this. I can't stand these excuses like, oh man, they cost too much. Or this. I'm like, dude, if you spend your money, maybe the prices in the store would go down. You understand? I just don't get that. Maybe if you keep spending your money, the prices in the store will go down because this man have no choice. This man, when you get a business, dog, a convenience store or anything, man, your head is underwater right now until your sales start producing.
Right.
But otherwise, that man, I can't stand to hear that shit, man, because oh man, boy, I can go on and on about that.
And to just piggyback off of that, dog, and then earlier I didn't know. I think I seen your comment and I didn't see a wrench, and I seen it said something about I'm about to get on your ass. I'm like, damn, I'm talking. What he talking to me? I didn't know who you talking.
Oh no! I said that. I said that when. Hold on. I said that when he said we used to call him Killer. I was about to text him. I was about to fuck with him about it.
Oh, okay. See, yeah, when I seen
that's what I said, boy. I'm about to get on your ass, boy.
Okay. but nah. Just to piggyback off of that thought that you just laid down, we don't even look at it like you said. Like we think, oh, y'all charging this much, but I can get it at Walmart for this much. Not thinking about any small business, not even X race out. They're not going to be able to match Walmart price. There's a reason Walmart is Walmart. So that don't go just for black businesses that charge more. All small business in general, if there's a microwave at Walmart and these people got a microwave and they store the same microwave, it's going to be more just because they can't match that price because they're not Walmart. They're not getting billions in revenue it's just simple common. I look at it as common sense to understand why, but
it's a shame. We don't own no grocery stores. I can't name not one grocery store that's black owned. And another thing, this was what I was trying to say. I lost my mind for a minute, but this is what I was trying to say. I like to fish, so I go to this Asian market. They sell all the nice good bait for you to go fishing and stuff. Man, I look at they tip jar though. They tip jar when you go to cash out. Man, they tip jar have more money in the tip jar than the cash register, man. Because they folks look out for them like that because they understand that they got that little private business and they want to see them succeed. You understand? We need to get on a level like that.
Yeah,
and you can go ahead. No, go ahead.
The thing is, the mentality of Black America is competitive. You know what I'm saying? And every time, Jizzle, like we created that term, quit hating. You hating. And we do this shit more than any other fucking coach. I don't give a damn what nobody say.
How would I be that sure?
Because think about it. Think about all the greats any black great that you love. I don't give a damn who it is. Tell me they ain't never been hated on by their own people. You can go to Jordan. You can go to Mayweather. You can go to goddamn who else?
They hating on Dr. Sebi and his past.
And I don't see that man saved lives, dog. Where they had to get him out the picture and his protege.
Yeah. You're right.
I think that was the medical. It's just same reason why they suppressed the electricity being in cars because they got to keep the gas flowing.
Yeah.
Of course. And look at it like this, bro. Me and Jay talked about this, man. Come on, man. Make this make sense. How the gas prices is so high, but the oil you buy on the shelves at any store price is still the same. And let me ask you this. Where do gas come from? Oil, right? So if I was to buy a banana, why should I charge people extra for the banana pudding? Make it make sense, bro. But they're gonna tell you, that you're short on gas.
Well,
Come on, man.
I think that goes back to the refinement process of the oil. Like, you know, a banana, you could mix it in a pot, but it take a little more. So I can understand some, you know, because of the refinement process of it. It's like water treatment. You know, water comes in and they got to do stuff. But I do understand where you're going with that one.
Absolutely. Yeah, but the bottom line, it comes from gas. So I mean, it comes from oil. You got enough oil, so that means you got enough gas. Maybe I use the banana and the banana pudding analogy kind of fucked up. You tag me on that one. I got you. But
it's almost
I get what
like
you're saying.
that joke. I don't know if I was talking to you about this B1 or you was talking to me or I was talking to somebody else. When Cat Willie was talking about the chicken wings.
Yeah, man, you talked about that.
Like, it's a shortage on wings. Huh? Well, what the fuck? The wings is a part of the rest of the fucking chicken. Why ain't no
Exactly.
You see drumsticks. You go to the store right now. Drumsticks like 170 something a pound. You go buy some wings. You'll see that pack of wings is gonna be about $15.
Mm-hmm. Man, the pack of wings is the most expensive out of all. Hey, dig this, bro. Nigga, I went to go look at a bucket of chitlins for Thanksgiving, nigga. $49, dog.
Damn. What the fuck?
For a bucket of chitlins, bro.
About 2 gallons.
$49. Have that ever been $49? It's been $9.99 for years, bro. And then by the time you clean half of them, you only gonna have like a teapot full.
Yeah. Hey, B1, 1 scoop, nigga.
Oh yeah, boy, you ain't playing, boy. Hey man, let me tell you the story, dog. Let me tell y'all. Can I share that story, man?
Hey, go ahead, bro. Yeah, we're gonna get out of here in a minute, but go ahead, man.
Man, I went to his house for Thanksgiving, man. And his wife had cooked the chitlins and stuff, man. Oh, this is hilarious, man. We all prayed, lined up together. Man, he stood right in front of the pot like, hey, y'all getting 1 scoop. I'm finna eat all of these. I tell you what, give me the spoon.
Golly.
Oh man, boy, that was hilarious.
What Chris Ross say? Let me just get 1 rib.
Just 1 rib. Fuck the cup, just pour it in my hand. 15 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, I'm gonna say this before we get up out of here, though, man. What we just transitioned from the first case, second case, to almost, I guess you can consider this like a teaching for Black people. You know, I don't consider myself a teaching, but I speak the real. I'm gonna just speak this. The numbers drop. The numbers drop. You know what I'm saying? Why is that? I notice that every time we start talking about shit that helps.
When we get deep, when we talk about solutions,
drop. Yeah. I don't get that shit, bro.
That's straight. That's good though. You know,
it helps as therapy, man.
Yeah, but why do people leave when you start talking about shit that helps Black people? When we complain about the shit that happened in Black America, and we try to, nobody came up with a resolution yet. But when we start talking about or throwing out ideas, people fucking leave.
I guess.
But look at it like this. I didn't mean to cut you off. Look at it like this, man. The push comes to shove, and it's the end of America and everything else, man. The majority of us ain't gonna make it as Black people because we so systematically fucked up in the mind, man, that you gonna stay attached to this. If it's burning, you're gonna be right there trying to put it out instead of getting on the boat and take your ass back home where you really belong at. Yeah. So a lot of us ain't gonna make it, man. So when we have conversations like this and they get too deep and everybody like, oh, they're talking Black, time to go. You know, it is what it is. You comfortable where you are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You systematically in the head fucked up. So you comfortable where you are. Knock yourself out. Be comfortable where you at. But when push comes to shove, goddamn it, I'm building me something. I'm taking my ass home. Because everybody else, like Eddie Griffin said, man, that nigga tripped me out. You like, man, everybody else can walk home except for us. Shit, the Mexicans, they get pissed off with America. Shit, they can walk home. Shit, white folks get pissed off with America. They can walk home too. Canada, nigga, Europe. We gotta catch the boat to the eastern hemisphere of the equator.
But hey,
so, I'm cracking jokes about the job, man. But man, it's just real like that.
Nah, you good. Yeah, we gonna go ahead and wrap it up, man. We done went over an hour and a half, man. We try to keep it at that. But I gotta give a big shout out to Weezy Wee in the building because they love you in the chat, man. Shout out to Soul Journey of Life, man. My bros, man, y'all came up and delivered like always, man. But yeah, man. YJ, you got anything, bro?
Nah, man. I think Soul Journey, when he came up, man, he kind of broke it down, and gave a few different ways, perspectives to look at it. It's good speaking with you, B1. Now that I know B1 and who he talking about now, so
I need to change my name. I need to change my name and just put B1 in there, man. I need to change my name.
I sure didn't know, but it's good, definitely good talking to you, brother. I think you
yes, sir. Same here too. Same here, man.
Share some good shit, man. Boss, it's always good, man. Coming on, we did this live. Actually, we was probably gonna end up doing it on the Black Sector Mafia page, but I'm like, man, your page, it's more traction over there. You see how the peoples came in, man, boss, when we started the live, just boom, 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 people coming. It don't be like that on the Black Sector Mafia channel, but what I will say, put them notifications on for that Black Sector Mafia channel. We be having these discussions over there, trying to do it on a weekly basis. And we have been sticking to that for the past few weeks. So that's good. So yeah.
I got your back like a car seat, man. I'll be there to support, man.
Appreciate you, Weezy. Well, we're going to wrap this up, man. Again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in, to the people who came on the panel and shared their thoughts, opinions, and ideas, man. This has been Real Talk Radio. And we're going to end this motherfucker with Black Royalty, man, because that's what it's about, man. Y'all be easy, man. We out of this bitch.
It's for all us, man. Black royalty. One time. Black mom, black royalty. My woman spoiled me. She on that conscious tip like floor G. Pull up, she know it's me. My beats loud, but my conscious louder. No doubt about it. Black royalty. That's why I'm styling. FBA shit. Black mom, black royalty. My woman spoiled me. She on that conscious tip like floor G. Pull up, she know it's me. My beats loud, but my conscious louder. No doubt about it. Black royalty. That's why I'm styling. 5%ers.
I'm all black. My style is like I'm classy wildin'. I'm on point and I'm sharp. Don't you pass me styling. All my queens in my gardens. I embrace the islands. And the streets are a jungle. I relate to tribesmen. My melanin turned man to many felon men. Or did the skin turn felon from the hell I'm in? I'm in my wise years with every thought a different idea. I make it live here. No murders or nobody die here. I'm on my peace shit with every plate a different feast. Or like it's grease on the table, everybody eats. My black culture is a beast like a black vulture. But we don't exercise the drill, call it black culture.
I'm tired of telling you niggas I'm not the one you wanna play with. Kicking it with the cheese and kings. You only got beat to offer you a Burger King. Get the fuck on and get the fuck out. I got gladiators in my radius. Nigga, the world, we want it, we taking it. In the presence of the greatest rap group in the world. The real nigga ain't no faking it. Black hat, black shirt, black pants, black boots, respect, loyalty, BSM, black royalty. Over everything like an airplane, over all y'all. By the ball hog, taking everything back, pro black. Oh, you own that? Hey, we want that. No Castle, still a king. No Martin Luther, still a king. I had a dream, we got a dream. You got a dream, they got a dream. She got a dream, he got a dream, dream.
Black royalty.
Doing black things with a black queen.
Black mom, black royalty. My woman spoiled me. She on that conscious tip like floor G. Pull up, she know it's me. My beats loud, but my conscious louder. No doubt about it. Black royalty. That's why I'm styling. Nation of Islam. Black mom, black royalty. My woman spoiled me. She on that conscious tip like floor G. Pull up, she know it's me. My beats loud, but my conscious louder. No doubt about it. Black royalty. That's why I'm styling. NFAC.
I'm
doubt it. Some niggas, they just talk about it. See an issue, but do nothing about it. Can't let them clown us. Pimp our people drowning. They try to reach around us. It's hunting season, see, they try to mount us. They black and brown us. If you ain't for us, we don't want them around us. They try to treat a nigga like a bunch of out-of-towners. The country was built off the back of our ancestors. So pimpin' that's time investor. We cannot deal with the reckless disrespect. It's simple, it's off with your neck. So how can we fight for the country? No, well, you owe us some money. So give us the country, let my niggas run it. You think that I'm joking, this shit is not funny. So stack up the honey and keep your little abundance, cause we do not want it. I'm giving you real, it's not a persona. We taking the block and we taking the coma. We back in this bitch, so just know that we own it.
I'm knowledge, she wisdom. We bring forth understanding. My gravity, it pulls and spin her on her axis. I shine, she glow. See, that's supreme mathematics. She use my light and give birth to life. I call that balance. The foundation we is. Without us, they can't live. My ride or die right on my damn side. I gave up a rib. Look how she upgrade from mud hut to pyramids. Our best creation was the black race. Look at our kids. I'm so goddamn proud of us. Even though our children bad as fuck, they getting smart, wising up. Eyes squinting, almost snoring. Look at them waking up. Royalty you are, to get your crown, you must stand up.
Black mom, black royalty. My woman spoiled me. She on that conscious tip like floor G. Pull up, she know it's me. My beats loud, but my conscience louder. No doubt about it. Black royalty, that's why I'm styling. Black Panther Party. Black mom, black royalty. My woman spoiled me. She on that conscious tip like floor G. Pull up, she know it's me. My beats loud, but my conscience louder. No doubt about it. Black royalty, that's why I'm styling. ADOS. Yeah, man, it's for all us, man. Every group, every lineage.